Okay, let's look at the question 21 here. We have a negative, then 6 to the 0 plus negative 6 inside the bracket and to the 0. We know this number, we do 6 to the 0 first, so we get 1. There is a negative inside, outside, and we put 1 here. And here plus any number to the 0 is 1, so we do 1 here. Final answer is 0. So you then choose this one. Okay. Question 22. Question 22, we got negative exponent. Probably is the first time for some of you to look at the negative. Now, here is the example. How did we get negative? You know, again, previously we have a 2 to the 5th divided by 2 cubed. We know that's 2 to the 5 minus 3, and there's 2 squared, which is 4. So here again is 5 minus 3. And 1 here comes up like 2 to the 5th, too big. Let me write it nicely. 2 to the 5th divided by 2 to the 5th. Again, we know that's 32 upstairs and downstairs 1. On the other hand, we have a 5 minus 5, which gives us 2 to the 0 is 1. Now, the thing is that, how about 2 cubed upstairs and 2 to the 5th downstairs? Then you know, upstairs you know is 8, okay? Downstairs you know is 32, we know the answer is 1/4, okay? But on the other hand, you have a 3 minus 5, which is what? Which is 2 to the negative 2. So this is how the negative sign comes up. And we know 1/4 is 1 over 2 squared. So then from here and here, in order to eliminate the negative sign, you basically do is put numerator 1 and then divide it by 2 squared. So here is the same thing. You have a 5 cubed. To eliminate this negative sign, like here, you want to do is put 1 upstairs and downstairs is this positive exponent. That's it. Quite easy. To change negative to positive, so put the 5 to the 3rd power downstairs. You're done. But you know, 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5, 125. Because 5 times 5 is 25, times another 5 is 125. So which one is the answer here? It would be the one right here. That was 22. And here let's look at 23. Let's look at 23. 23 is all about negative exponent. So here, if we take more practice, we then can handle that. Eliminate this negative 4, this negative in front of 4, we do is like this. Okay. Now you may know that negative 2 to the fourth is, if you want me to recall, I can do that. That would be like this. Okay? And actually, 4 negatives, so you get positive. And the 2 to the fourth is 16. Okay. So it's 1 over 16. This number. All right. Here, we want to emphasize with or without bracket is significantly different. Without bracket, it tells you that's basically you do in this way. Okay. So then keep negative. Eliminate negative exponent is by doing this. Then the final answer is 1 over 16 negative. So here then we have a negative 1 over 16. Now here comes up 25. 25, we have a 5 to the first power negative and 8 to the negative 1. We know there's 1 over 5 to the first power if you want to keep the exponent. Here is the same thing. Now, you want to add 1/5 and 1/8 together. Here needs 8, and here needs 5 to make the denominators be the same. Denominators are all 40, so you only do is 1 times 8 gives you 8. 1 times 5 gives you 5. So it's 13 over 40. Okay, so where is that? Right here. Very nice. Well, here, let's look at question 26. What does 26 say? 26, is 1 over the main fractional bar, and then 3 to the negative 3. You may agree that equals 1 main fractional bar. In order to eliminate negative sign, you would be what? 1 over 3 cubed. Let me erase that and write it better. So you would do like that. Okay. Now, then main fractional bar is what? Is 1 divided by 1 over 3 cubed. And then when you do the division, it's 1 times 3 cubed over 1. And then that will be what? The same thing. 3 cubed over 1, because 1 times any number is that number. So this gives us a hint. In future, you do not have to worry about this middle process. As long as you have a negative exponent and that the whole number 3 to the negative 3 is on denominator, to eliminate this negative sign, you simply flip it up right here. You are done. So that's what? 3 times 3 3 times. Hey. So you get what? 27. Okay. That's easy. So then you will have the final answer, which is 27. Okay. So keep going. 27. So then we work on 27. Question 27. Let me use the black ink. So we have a question 27, which is 2 to the 4th divided by 5 to the negative 3rd, 2 to the negative 4th. That's not hard. You may write this one separately, right? Okay, let me do write this one better. Negative. Oh, I want to write it better. So like that. So 2 to the negative 4th is 1 over 2 to the 4th. This one we did before, you see. The second one here is 1 over 3 to the negative 3. And we simply said we simply flip this 3 cube up. So here we do is 5 cubed. Okay, those two are equal. This one equals this one. By what? By what we did before. Okay, here negative 3 and 3 to the negative 3 is down a denominator. Simply flip it up. It's easy. Now, we then have 5 cubed is 125. And 2 to the 4th is 16. Final answer. Which one is that? 125 over 16 is the answer. Okay, now keep going. We do question 28. 28 is 1/4 to the negative 2. I would let you do just like this. Simply flip this number. Exchange that. That's 4 over 1. Flip it. Change it to positive. And then that's 16. Okay, why is that? I can show you. You know, you want to get rid of this negative 2. What you do is 1 over main fractional, 1 over 4 squared, right? That's what you do to get rid of this negative sign. And then you do is 1 divided by what? By this 1 over 4 squared. And then you do is 1 divided by 1 squared divided by 4 squared. Let me write it at so divided by 1 squared over 4 squared. change division to multiplication. That's 1 times 4 squared over 1 squared. And then you see that's what? 1 times any number is that number. So you do not really have to write this one anymore. And you will agree that would be 4 over 1 squared. 4 squared divided by 1 squared is 4 over 1 squared. You see? That's it. Okay? So if you in future you have a fractional number, next exponent, flip inside numerator and denominator, and this one the sign will change. Okay? Very easy. And then what's the answer, by the way, here? 16, so you got to choose 16 here. Okay? Now, this number, that will be question 20. Question 29, we did is 1 over 6 to the negative 2. In this case, this negative 2 exponent is only on x, it's not on 6, because there is no parenthesis. So what you want to do is like what? Is like this. 1 over 6 times 1 over x to the negative 2. As we did before, if here is 1 over x to the negative 2, you simply do what? Flip it up. Okay? Where we did that? See right here. 1 over x to the negative cubed, you flip it up. Here is the same thing. 1 over 3 to the negative 2, or x to the negative 2, flip it up. So what you get is x squared over 6, because 1 times x squared is x squared. Which number is that? That's the one right here. Okay? All right. So this one is something in general. We did this one before, right? It's because upstairs we did was about a number here, but right here is a variable. Okay? Variable stands for what? Stands for any number. It was like this. So you simply do is flip x down with positive exponent, flip y up with positive exponent. That's it. Okay, again, this is what we did before. You see, flipped 5 to the 5th positive, 2 to the 4th power, positive power. Okay, so here is the same thing. So we are done. So y to the 4th over x cubed. Okay? All right. I'll see you next time.